Yes, people, what we're saying, I hope we're all as blessed as ever. I feel like it's been a while since the Q&A, so I'm just going to do a little update because I get a lot of messages about mindset, about fitness, about this, about that, so I'm going to answer as many as I can today. I've not actually gone through any of the questions. I feel like I want it to be as natural as possible, so I'm just going to go from all now, get the important ones out the way first, and then there's other little bits and bobs that might be a little bit interesting for you people, so let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, so, alright, so first questions first. Just got signed to an agency and wanted to grow. What is the biggest advice you can give? Alright, so for me, I would say if you've been signed for an agency now, keep yourself professional and look at yourself like a business. Alright, the way I can say that is that if you're a model, and I see this a lot in the model industry, if you want to set yourself as this standard of model, don't fall into the easy trap of becoming a lower class one for easy and quick money. So when I first went into modeling, I luckily had two really good agents who kind of told me that from day one, and I had some sick models as well in the industry that I actually got really close to straight away, and they was able to give me this advice literally like as soon as I got into it. But basically, like in modeling, it's all about your association. Same with a lot of business as well, but in terms of like making this specific to modeling, it's all about your association. So if I look at you and you want to be modeling for Burberry, you want to be modeling for Dolce & Gabbana, all these people, but and then I'm on Instagram and I see you're modeling these really like small, like upcoming brands, then it's hard to associate you as a high fashion model when you're already associating yourself with these smaller leagues. There's nothing wrong with these smaller leagues. Like, at the end of the day, you have to start somewhere, and I understand that. But I think from the start, you always have to know where you want to go in the industry. See it as a business plan. So if you wanted to aim high, then try and not sell yourself short. So 100%, if you've just been signed, listen to your agents because they will give the best advice. They know best. So, on to the next question. Alright, so the camera just fully died over there, so I'm going to reload the question again, which was, how do you quit a drug you're doing if you say you'll stop but you continue doing so by boredom and addiction? Right, so I can't relate to this question in terms of drugs, but I feel like I can interpret it the way that whoever's put this question can relate to it. At the end of the day, yeah, it's so cliche to hear, and you'll hear it in motivational quotes all the time, but it is you versus you in every situation in your life. So if you can put a motivation to be disciplined for a reason, then you should be able to motivate yourself to get there. And let me just say that a little bit slower or cut it up, yeah? At the end of the day, to motivate you to stop, you need to realize why you're stopping, okay? And I feel like that's with anything in life. To motivate you to get a gold medal in the Olympics, you need to realize that a lot comes with getting that gold medal. But with this, in terms of drugs or anything, just be disciplined to yourself with the motivation. So discipline your actions in terms of, I can't do this, I can't do the drugs because I need to get here. And that should be enough already to motivate you, because you know that you put that discipline in place for a reason. You know that the motivation you're getting to stop is for an achievement you want to get to. Let's say you want to get a new job. You're not going to do it if you're doing drugs. Let's say you want to be a footballer. You're not going to do it if you're not training, okay? So the biggest thing in there is to just find something which motivates you to stop. And when it comes to being bored, do things which keep you busy, which give you satisfaction, other than drugs. Like, for real, there's enough things out there. Sometimes it takes a little bit of looking. It doesn't come natural to anyone, which I understand is frustrating. Like, oh, what can I do in my spare time? I don't know what to do. This doesn't interest me. I know, trust me, I've been there before. Like, when I stopped playing football, I was finding stuff which entertained me to do this and that. At the end of the day, it's hard, but you got to put yourself out there and just find it. So, answer to the question is essentially discipline yourself, but discipline yourself with motivation, okay? Find what you want to get to and leave that to motivate you, for you to discipline yourself to stop doing that. Okay, good question though, I guess. On to the next. Okay, so some of these questions are a bit mad. I'm not gonna lie. For you people that know I'm talking to you, you need to relax a little bit because these are crazy. Okay, so good question. Hi Ellis, just want to know, how do you combat negativity and sadness? I love that question because it isn't like it isn't built in you, innit? It's like happiness isn't built in you. And like, I feel like a lot of people look at the way that I might be, the way that a lot of people on social media are, let's say, not even social media, like footballers, if they've always got a good vibe and all this. Believe me, that stuff doesn't come natural, you know, all the time. Like, people aren't born, this person's just born, he is not going to be happy for the rest of his life because he's got that genetic in his body. This person's born, they're not going to be depressed for their whole life because he's genetically depressed. It isn't like that. It's an absolute skill. And the way I can break it down, yeah, is sadness is always due to perception. And what I mean by that, yeah, is you can have a reason to be sad at something if you want to be sad, okay? You can have a reason to look at that same situation and be like, it's not that deep, if you want it to not be that deep. So it's a skill and it comes over time, but it is all down to perception. It's the most important thing I think I've realized over the last 2 years or so, just in different situations I've been in. So I would say the way that I might combat sadness and negativity is I don't perceive them as being sad and being negative. I try and like, it's a mind game at the end of the day. You twist the thoughts in your head to not put them in the category of that really sad situation. You twist them and you look at them in a more positive way. You look at them in a more optimistic way. Like, it isn't that deep, it's fine. This happened for a reason. So, in terms of that answer, the way that I combat negativity and sadness is just by the way that I perceive things. But I really like that question and I hope that helped anyone out there. Okay, love it. Ellis, watching your stories makes me so happy, warm-hearted. You are the sweetest. Thank you! Love to hear it. I really do. That touches me, okay? Thank you, Jessina Nassar. Lovely girl, lovely. When are you visiting the US after COVID? Don't. It's frustrating. On to the next question. Alright, so I might have answered this on my last Q&A, but how did you start modelling? And it was literally from an agency messaging me. No, in fact, I reached out to an agency. I think I messaged the agency saying, oh, hey, I'm wanting to like get into this industry, how's it work, how's this work? And like, anyone out there, yeah, if you get scouted, that's so sick. But let me tell you now, people, if you want to model, yeah, or if you want to become, I don't know, the manager at Nando's, you're not going to get it by not asking, do you know what I'm saying? I say that all the time to people, like, you don't have to wait to be approached all the time. Like, at the end of the day, if you want something, go find it. So I messaged the agency called Forte, and he was just like, yes bro, you got a good look and all this situation. And then from there, it kind of just like snowballed, like a lot of things do. But yeah, it was sick, but a little bit of advice. If you want to do something, go reach out, ask questions, inquire and all that business. How can I be proactive during lockdown 2.0? Don't say 2.0 because it makes it real now. That's just made it official. JD and Leacock, you've made it official that there's now a lockdown 2.0. Sad as it is, yeah, it might happen. But honestly, lockdown was probably the best thing which has happened to me. So the little bit of advice I can give, in fact the big bit of advice I can give, because like I said, it actually was a pretty good stage in terms of me progression and moving on things, is 100% start something new you've not done before. Like I said in the other answer about you don't always know what you should fill your time with because you got to try and error. Well, trial and error. That's hard to say. Well, trial and error. Yeah, spend lockdown trial and erroring. Whether business, whether it's hobbies, whether it's interests, whether it's all this situation, just find loads of things to try. And one of them you might be like, shit, that's good that. I'm gonna stick at that. Wow. Might make a business with it, who knows? But at the end of the day, you got a lot of time. Like, you're gonna be stuck inside. You're not gonna be able to go to a local Nando's sometimes. I think that's the situation in some places. But if that is the situation, then just spend time looking at new things to do. I think that's literally like a really, really good question because it actually changed my life, the whole lockdown situation. Because I started loads of things. I started YouTube. I started doing more like fashion influencing. I started loads of different things. So I think just spend some time looking at new things to do. Yes. And do it with passion as well. When you do something with passion, you find it way easier. Favorite clothing brand that isn't designer? I don't do a lot of designer. I do like designer bags and like sliders maybe. Got off-white sliders on, but there was like £100, so I don't think it really counts to be honest with you. But honestly, Zara. Every single day of the week, mate. If I'm going out, usually I'm head to toe in Zara. It depends what your style is. I feel like oversized shirts and like nice trousers, which are actually good quality, Zara 100%. Zara's listening to this and you want to sponsor me, hit me up, please, because I'm wasting my money. monthly on you, so please fix me. Okay, skincare routine. That's actually a good one because I actually started getting a skincare routine in lockdown. So my friend advised this cream right here, and I've been using this cream for the last 6 months, and it's the best my skin has looked in my life. Let me try and show you a close-up of the situation. I feel like my texture of the skin is kind of just changed. It's like nice and shiny and just good. It wasn't like this before. So this is a cream, and it's like a regime. On the website it tells you everything how to use it. But honestly, like, I wouldn't just throw creams out there that I'll be like, oh shit, like that might actually not be good for your skin. But this one's made with all natural stuff. It's the best creams I've used, and that is a big statement to make. But yeah, 100%, it's good. Love it. How do you stay motivated? Simply enough by looking at where I want to be in a month's time, a year's time, 5 years time, 10 years time. I think that is literally the easiest way I stay motivated. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't wake up every day. Like, the people think I wake up every day and go, God, let's go make £1 million a day. Doesn't happen. Like, not everyone can have that inside them. If you do have that inside you, where you wake up every day with that passion and drive, from the second you wake up and you sleep and you wake up, bang, bang, then proud of you. That's a madness. I don't wake up every day like motivated and roaring. But most days I do, because like I said, I kind of just look at where I want to be in a month's time, a year's time, 5 years time, and I realize that I need to do shit to get there. Like, it's not going to come easy, and I know a lot of people that are so successful, and they've told me the journey they've been on, and I've looked at the journey they've been on, and I've not sat there and gone, God, like, that means I can get up and kind of chill for half the day and maybe put work in the evening, maybe watch a bit of Netflix. No, it doesn't run like that. I think you just have to know, yeah, if you want to get somewhere, then you need to go put the work in. If you don't want to get somewhere and you don't have a lot of aspirations in life, it's facts that you need to put less in. But I think that no one should have that mindset. I feel like everyone should understand that the sky is literally the limit, and your ability is not lower than the sky. Your ability is as high as you want to go as well. So I think just have the realization, yeah, that if you want to get somewhere, and I hope you want to get somewhere, then you have to put everything in to get there. It does not come easy, it does not come free. So just respect the grind, appreciate the grind, and trust the process. Simple as that. I don't use any sports equipment to work out. What workout equipment do you use? I don't really train at the gym a lot now, purely because you have to book these sessions and it's kind of very long-winded. It gets really annoying when I have to keep refreshing as I space. So the only equipment I really use is plates, and I've got some dumbbells. I don't think you need absolutely everything. It depends on the kind of training you want to do as well, actually. It depends on your goal. If you're doing hypertrophy training and you want to make serious gains, then yeah, you need a lot of weights, because at the end of the day, you need to start breaking down their fibers, etc. But I'm just wanting to get lean, and kind of that's the look that I'm aiming for. So I don't need to be lifting heavy weights. So I'm literally looking at right now 2 dumbbells, got 5 on each side, so that's like what? I don't know. I've not got many weights at all. I've not got no pull-up bar in here. So I think 100%, like, you can achieve a lot without using a lot of equipment. It's just down to how creative you want to get with it. I'm a huge fan from Nigeria, wanted to know your middle name. Oh, Jesus, that's a good question. Don't really shout out my middle name a lot, but because you're watching this video, I'll tell you. Jazz. Ellis Iyayi is my whole name, for you man them wanting to know. And yeah, I'm half Nigerian as well. Big up the ends. But you know how it is. Okay, this is good. Best tip for skinny fat people. 100% look at building a foundation first before you go from going really lean or going to really big, because you've still got that excess fat, whether you want to choose one of the processes. So 100% focus on losing the fat first, but at the same time, obviously, building your strength. I feel like that's a way that works in both ways, because you're burning the fat, and as you're burning the fat, you're also building muscle at the same time. But I wouldn't say, if you're skinny fat, go on a bulk right now, smash loads of calories, lift really heavy weights. I'll say that to someone that's got a good foundation, and if they wanted to go really bulky to do that. Or, if you're skinny fat and you wanted to get really lean, I wouldn't say, go absolutely smash, I don't know, 20k on the treadmill every single day and then lift some weights. I wouldn't say that either, because you're just going to burn and not gain. So do the foundation first. So obviously look at burning your fat, but at the same time building your strength all at the same time. Can you take me for 10 days and teach me how to be a model? I don't think you need that much time, to be honest with you. But like, it's with a lot of things in life, like, it's like riding a bike. I didn't want to say that because a lot of people say that, but it's literally like riding a bike. First time I went into a studio, I was shy, I was timid, I was like doing all these weird poses and that, and everyone was looking at me like, yo, what's this guy doing? But it happens, like the first time you ride a bike, you're probably going to fall off, you know what I'm saying? So, 100%, if you've got a shoot coming up, go in there with confidence, that's all I can say. Like, it's not like I've necessarily got a better model, because I kind of look similar to how I did at the start. Things have changed here and there, but the other thing that's really changed in terms of me modelling is just purely confidence. And confidence, you can see it in how you talk to the camera. And at the start, talking to a camera wasn't like this. And confidence, you can see it behind the shoot when you're taking pictures, because you're more willing to do more, you know your angles. In fact, down to experience in modelling, 100% you get to know your angles better, what looks good, how you look good. So, answer is down to experience. Go in with confidence, smash it, go get it, mate. No one cares, just go get it, go on. Can you even get acne, your skin's so clear? Yes, I can easily get acne. When I eat absolute shit, and when I'm not washing my face with a routine, 100% I get bad skin. So yeah, it's down to, water as well. Also drink a lot of water. One of my friends in lockdown started making me drink one of these every single day. To me, yeah, this is a madness. Well, it was a madness, because before I'd have one glass of water and then I'd just have loads of other drinks like smoothies alongside, and I'd be like, oh, I'm drinking loads of smoothies, wow, I'm so healthy. Mate, this is gonna be your saviour. This is 1.5 litres. Go through that every single day, sometimes 2. Come on, we ain't messing about out here. How do you get back on the grind? If you've been on the grind and you fell off, I would say, look at the reason you started, innit? Like, look at the reason you started and use that to motivate you to get back on the grind. Because believe me, all that work that you've put in before, you wouldn't have done for no reason. If you did, then, do you know what I mean? Like, you're not alright, do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if you started something, and this is to like anyone out here, yeah, that's listening to this, that's thinking about launching a business, or that's got a business plan sitting in the cupboard, and they're just not going for it, I guarantee you've actually put a lot of thought into putting that business plan together, or you've actually had a good few ideas, and you've actually grinded to get them ideas on paper or whatever. If you've put all them hours in, then return to it with that motivation. Shit, I've put all them hours in, so what now? Sit down and dwell. Sit down and think, shit, I actually need to get back on that. Nah, like, that's wasted energy, that's a wasted thought process. Put them thoughts back into the idea. Put the energy back into the idea. So you grinded before, find a reason to grind again. And you put a lot of work in, so continue putting the work in. Because in life, you are only wasting one person's time. That's the most precious person, which is you. Do you know what I'm saying? So realize that there's only so much time to do things. Realize that you've been on the grind before, so why would you just not put it in now? And realize the main thing, which is the end result. So yeah, good question, love that. How can a uni student balance all of their online schooling and also get their workouts in? Right, so I went to uni for 1 year and I trained the hardest I've trained in my whole life. I trained it every single day, apart from times I physically couldn't, because there was a lot of drink in my body. It was crazy. But like, for real, this view that you've got on how can I balance my time, how can I fit this in, honestly, as brutal as it is, you need to scrap that view in your head completely, because that view is going to lead to a lot of issues in life in general, okay? So you can fixate on the amount of things you've got to do, but also you can fixate in terms of the amount of time that you have. Like, I say every single day, God, I've got a lot done today, considering the amount of hours in the day. And that's because like my view completely changed to, okay, I've got work today, so I'm probably gonna not go gym. I'm moving apartments, so I'm probably gonna have to take 5 days off. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm working in Manchester, so when I get there, I'm gonna be tired. It's not like that. You can do it. It's just about working outside the hours in your comfort zone. So a lot of people's comfort hours are 9 to 5, and then before 9 and outside 5 is your relax zone. For me, that's where I get most of my shit done, because my 9 to 5 is compulsory. They're the hours of like, okay, I want to do average in life, because they're the average hours that everyone puts in. But out of the hours is where grind gets put in. Out of the hours is where businesses are made. You can't build a business working within the 9 to 5 hours, when that 9 to 5 you're working at, I don't know, you're working in the gym 9 to 5. Within that, you're not going to be able to build a business, because you have to concentrate on what you're doing. You have to concentrate on the now. So focus on the hours outside your comfort zone. So before 9, after 5, doesn't mean you have to switch off like that. Doesn't mean you have to sit down and watch Netflix. It means you can go to the gym. It means you can develop that business idea. So answer that question is you can fit it in, you just have to be willing to work outside your comfort zone. I feel constantly sore from working out. Any good remedies? If you're feeling sore, stretch. Who was I listening to? I was listening to a podcast from David Goggins. What a crazy man he is. He's a madness, it's facts. He's alien. It's good though, it's cool. But yeah, I was listening to one of them and he was literally talking about how much stretching saved his life, literally. He had like a really bad tumour on his head or something. I'm not going to go into detail about the bad tumour on his head, but he was stretching, and it seemed to just relieve all his muscular pain, because I think at the end of the day, when you're working, you're not actually stretching out, that's a bit of a madness, do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you deep it like that, it's kind of like, how can I put it into perspective? It's like going to a buffet and not resting after. Like, you need to rest after a buffet. You don't go for sprints, do you know what I mean? So when you put some pressure on your body, relax your body, stretch it out, do some bits and bobs. Type it on YouTube, full body stretch. You're probably gonna have 8,228 results come up like that. Magic of the internet, it's lovely. But yeah, 100% stretch. Drink water as well if you're cramping, because that's obviously gonna dehydrate you. Like, cramp is due to dehydration, for you people that didn't know. So drink, stretch, and rest up. Say a tongue twister with your funny accent. Funny accent? What? I only realised, yeah, I have got an accent when I moved to... Yo.
What are you saying? You good?
This is a madness, bro. Yeah, what are you saying?
What? What's that?
I'm doing a Q&A, yeah, and bare man them saying I got a weird accent.
Are you doing a Q&A?
Me?
So who's saying you got a weird accent?
The questions, I've just looked for the questions for the first time in my life.
Oh, I was just like, yeah, your accent's a bit mad, bro.
Are you joking?
Yeah, but fucking, you fuck, mate.
Alright, like I was saying, yeah, I only realised that I had a funny accent when I moved to London. I didn't realise I had a funny accent when I moved to London. Is that better? Is that what you want me to sound like? How do you want me to sound? Do you get me? That's a madness. That's a madness. For anyone wondering, I'm from a town called Loughborough, Leicester way, Nottingham, Derby, anywhere near there, that's where I'm from. I don't have an accent. Alright? You've got an accent. Wherever you're from, America, London, Liverpool, you've got an accent. I've got an accent. Crazy people got a bloody accent. On to the next question. What's your chest waist size? That's a lot, That's a lot. I actually don't know as well. Yeah. If I knew, I'll tell you. I'm not like even a secret from the world. I actually just don't know. Have you ever done nude modelling? No. Mother would be very disappointed. Mum, if you're watching this, don't worry. Your son's a good egg. I got you. Any advice for pectoral muscles? For pectoral muscles, I would say just keep your exercises nice and diverse. Don't just go in the gym and press if you wanted to get big pecs. Like, it ain't always about size, sometimes it's about shape as well. So for ages, I was just going in, I want to get a big chest because it looks cool from the side and all that stuff. Walk into the body like boom, 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 I get that, it looks good. But you're gonna get this when you work all areas of the chest. You got the side, you got the bottom, you got the top, you got the main pectoral. So I think just keep your exercises diverse, from presses to flies to body weight exercises to resistance training. So just keep it diverse and just remember to work all areas of the chest. Like I said before, YouTube's an amazing place, the internet is. Type in pectoral exercises and it'll come up with all different ones. But yeah, just don't press. Just keep it nice and diverse and work all areas. This is such a good question. Piece of advice you would give to your younger self. This is such a good question. Yasmin_EB, I love this. So, advice for my younger self, yeah, would be care less. 100%. And I can say that, yeah, with a smile on my face because I mean that so much. Care less, mate. Oh my days. So, when I say care less, I don't mean walk out with no clothes on, because everyone's going to judge you. I don't mean that. And I don't also mean stop showering, because people care about that. But when I say care less, I mean do what you want with intention of only doing that for you. And the easiest way to say that, yeah, is like everyone has got things that they want to get to, but a lot of people don't, 99% of people in this world, yeah, won't say things, won't do certain things because they care about what other people are going to think. They care about judgment, they care about how they're viewed, they care about all of this, and I used to care so much. I would say before I went to uni, I was not the person I am now, because I used to care so much about what someone would think if I said something out loud in a group of people. Like, if I was in a big social event, yeah, I wouldn't be the man talking, shouting, because I'll be too worried. Oh shit, if I say this, he's gonna think this of me. If I do this, he's gonna think this of me. People, at the end of the day, yeah, I promise you, no one cares. And I've realised that by not caring, no one actually gives a shit, you know, like, I promise you. So, that thing that you wanna do, that thing that you wanna say, that business you want to start, I don't know, the singing that you're hiding in your room and only your mum hears, go do it, show the world, because the only people that are going to care are the people that at the end of the day are going to probably have a good impact on your life. If you put out a video of you singing, yeah, I don't think 10,000 people in the world are going to message you going, you're so bad. No one's got that much time. The only people which are going to say anything, yeah, are the people that are going to go, shit, you're actually really good, babe. I rate what you do. Keep shining, support it. Because everyone likes to see people do well. I like to see people do well, man. And like, whenever I've done well, or whenever I put like content out there, I've not had loads of people giving me hate on this and that. And it's kind of like, it was a shock to me. Because I started putting content out there. I started doing things out of my comfort zone. And I weren't getting what I thought, which was loads of hate. And I weren't getting all this negativity. I was getting love. I was getting good vibes, I was getting new suggestions, I was getting new ideas from people, I was getting advice. And the best thing about life, yeah, is conversation. Life is a conversation. Someone said that in a YouTube video, I forgot what it was, but it said life's a conversation, it hit hard, you know. Like, life is such a conversation, and the fact that it is, it makes it selfish for you not to speak that conversation. Because we all learn from each other. We wouldn't know anything if we didn't talk to each other, do you know what I'm saying? And the only time you're going to talk validity, the only time you're going to talk with confidence, the only time you're going to talk with general internal advice is when you care less. So do me a favour, yeah, and just care less. If I was speaking to myself 5 years ago, I'll just say, Ellis, care less. Just don't worry about it. Do you, and just focus on you. Do you with passion, and just get to where you want to get to. And you're only going to get there if you care less, man. Like, it's the root of everything. It's the root of evil if you care too much as well. Like, you're not going to push yourself to where you want to be. That's the question of the day. So big up. Love it. Love it. Right, I've had too many questions about my feet now. Everyone, I'm size 9.5. I don't know how many of you are sitting there and go, oh yeah, 9.5. Oh. If you are doing that, then fair enough in it, do you. But yeah, I'm size 9.5. Like, I'll tell you, it doesn't really bother me. I'm probably not going to show you my feet though, because I think that's crossing the line, and that's crazy. I don't know, it's not crazy in my head because it's just my feet. But the fact that I've got this many questions about my feet is making me think I can't just show my feet. So yeah, 9.5. How do you remain with so much energy? It's so contagious. Big up! That's sweet. Letty20_24. That's a good question, and for me that's so easy to answer purely because I understand the importance of energy and I understand the value of it as well. Like, don't give your energy out for free, first of all, to everyone. Like, I think you'll realise how important it is to hold on to that energy. But for me, I would say I'm able to maintain it so well, yeah, because I'm giving a lot of energy back from the energy I give to like the world, to my family, like my friends, and it's easy to remain with this much energy when you give so much love and energy out. It's reciprocated. It's like anything. How can I explain it? It's like when you go to a gym, yeah. If I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, I'm gonna get in good shape because the action's being reciprocated back. I'm training, I'm getting in good shape. I'm giving out energy, I'm getting it back. So if I'm giving it out, I'm getting it back. But you're not gonna just get energy from nowhere. You gotta get it from giving out love to your people as well. Whether that's your friends, your family, random people on social media. Like, I try and spread good vibes on Instagram, and if I go through my DMs, I have a lot of nice messages like, oh, I really appreciated this, it kind of helped me get out of bed today, or it motivated me to start this, I was having a bad week and I heard this. Mate, that gives me so much energy, you know, and that's why I've got this much energy. Like, I don't just wake up. If I didn't give out any good energy, yeah, I promise you now, I would not have this much energy. It's like that. You give it out, here's your bar, it gets filled up. If you drain your energy to people that aren't going to give it you back, your energy goes down. Does it come up? No, because these people aren't going to give it you back. So it's all about the people that you give it out to as well. Someone actually told me recently to really understand the importance of giving your energy out, because not everyone wants to reciprocate it back. So I would say people in your life are always going to be there for a reason, yeah? But some people keep closer than others. Keep the ones around you, yeah, that really do reciprocate the energy. I'm not saying take the energy. I'm not saying be selfish like that, but I'm just saying, yeah, let's say you're in a room this big. Don't know if you can see. You're in a room this big, yeah? Keep a lot of people in that small room and keep it with a lot of powerful energy. Because if you put yourself in a room this big with loads of people that aren't giving the same energy, then your energy is going to get floated about the room, but you're not necessarily going to get it back from them people. So keep your circle tight and keep it full of people which are going to reciprocate it. But yeah, I really love that question because energy is such a big thing, man. Like, energy is a vibe, proper. Alright, so one more question to wrap it up, and it's a good question, I'm liking it. So what keeps you driven and more about your mindset? This is such a good question because I feel like there's two ways I could answer this, yeah? So answer number one is the simplest way of answering it, which is purely, I know where I want to be next month, next year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and to get there I know it's not going to be easy. Like, of course it's not going to be easy, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as well. That's the reason that I generally do get out of bed in the morning, because I am chasing a goal, and that goal is not gonna get closer and closer with me sat in bed. That goal's gonna get closer with every little step I take. So I think that's the main thing which drives me to do the things that I do. And then I think another way to actually look at this answer is, it's quite a brutal way, honestly. I looked at it like this for a while now, but at the end of the day, yeah, the thing about life is you're sat in a chair making all the decisions for you. Like, let's say you're in a simulation, you're controlling the simulation at the end of the day, and when you get towards the end of your life, you kind of have to sit there, and you will sit there one day, and you'll go, alright, cool, everything that I've got right now, is it everything I could have got? Every experience that I've experienced, is it every experience I could have experienced? And that scares me, because I know how much I strive for satisfaction. Life for me is about satisfaction. I wake up with a goal to be satisfied when I go to bed, and I think everyone should have that same mindset. I think it's a mindset which keeps you motivated, keeps you on top of everything, because you want to get everything done. But if I've got that mindset for every day, yeah, the way it motivates me in life to the satisfaction I need when it comes to the end of it is crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so first of all, learn to be motivated every day by being satisfied from when you wake up to when you go to bed, and use that motivation for every day to look at the bigger picture. That one day you are going to sit there and you want to sit there and be satisfied with the life you've had. Because at the end of the day, the thing about self-satisfaction is, look at the first word, self. It's only controlled by you. So when you've got that self-satisfaction for your whole life, you want to sit there and be like, smashed it. Don't worry about me. I've killed it. Put it all in. You don't want to sit there and think, shit, I could have put more in. I could have started that idea, but I didn't because what? I care too much. Or what? Because I didn't want to put enough work in. I was a bit tired. So for me, the thing which drives me the most is down to knowing where I want to be in 5, 10, 15 years time. And then also knowing that at the end of the day, life's about becoming self-satisfied with yourself. And you want to sit there at the end of it and be like, I smashed it. So yo, people, listen, yeah, do more, achieve more, and care less, and just live your thing, yeah? Big vibes, big love only. On to the next. Boom.